HarperCollins presents The Persians, written by Sanam Mahloudji, read by Mozhan Navabi, Lanna Joffrey, Nikki Massoud, and Donia Bijan.
1. A Second Face. Bita. For a week, it was a non-stop party of drugs and cartoons, until an hour ago, when I bailed my auntie Shirin out of the Aspen jail after her arrest for attempted prostitution. In the white suburban taxi that bulldozed across the uneven snowy roads, she poked her head out the backseat window, avoiding my questions. Finally, she turned around, her cheeks pink and alive, and yelled in Persian for me to stop meddling. Fuzuli nakon. Back at our hotel, Auntie Shirin marched down the third-floor hallway in her 5-inch heel over-the-knee boots. She passed 3E without slowing down. Not dealing with Human's kumbaya shit. Bita, my dear, my June, I'm staying with you. I hovered the key card over the lock, and my door opened. 30 minutes later, she walked out of my bathroom wearing a big white hotel robe and a towel around her head. The steam rolling out the door smelled of sweet chemicals. Shirin removed the towel and shook out her hair. She lay face down on the king bed, on top of the cloud-like duvet. We dubbed my room Club 3M. Me, her son Mo, and all the dipshit kids of our parents' friends. They made mine the party room not because I was the life of the party, but more the opposite. After Mom died last year, we'd skipped the trip, and could I really get into the spirit without a shove? For 11 years straight, since 1994, our friends and family had flown to Aspen from New York, LA, and Houston, as if 1979 and the Islamic Revolution hadn't happened. As if we were still the most important families in Iran, descended from the great ancient lines, although this was America and nobody cared. The locals hated us. Not openly, but they did. I imagined them like that Pace Picante commercial, cowboys mumbling, "Get a rope," when they saw us in all black, buying $1,000 worth of caviar and champagne at the mom-and-pop market. Bita June, fetch me a Fiji and a Marlboro Light. Auntie Shirin turned her head to the side, her cheek against the white pillow. She raised her arm and pinched at the air. Be a good girl and do as your auntie says. Okay, sure, I said, and rolled my eyes. In Iran, before 1979, Auntie Shirin had chauffeurs and servants. Once she said to me, without an ounce of self-reflection, Bita, even the chauffeurs talked about overthrowing the king. They drove me to the marches. They hated the Pahlavis nearly as much as me. Her thick, dark hair splayed out across the white sheets, like ink spilling out on paper. She was a mess, and I hated her, and I loved her too. I pulled a cool blue bottle from the minibar and got a cigarette out of the pack in my poofy ski jacket, stuck it in my mouth, and lit it on a matchbook from the Caribou Club. The printed gold antlers of the muscular animal rose up in silhouette on the black cardboard. This was the club where my aunt was arrested for attempted prostitution. I inhaled deeply from the cigarette, watching the salt and pepper tip turn red before passing it to Shirin. Here you go, I said, blowing out the first smoke. Good girl, Auntie Shirin said. She brought it to her face, her deep maroon nails sparkling. She looked to the bedside table as if to say, put the water there. So I did. It was 4 a.m., and I was no longer high or drunk, just tired and annoyed. I'd bailed Shirin out for $10,000, and all she'd said when the cop brought her barefoot to the empty waiting area was, "Thank you, Bita June," and "I knew you'd answer." What a damn genius I was to call you first, my little lawyer in training. That was good practice.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?